So yes, guys, I got into the lab tonight. I'm gonna make this one quick. So we've been working on angles, we've been working on flights a little bit. We've been working on hold the lag, come through and hit. We've been working on lead left. So that way you can lead left, and have a good shot, and it'll be straight. I recently showed you that as long as you pay more attention at first to where this is, that'll keep your flights, including on your wedges, it'll keep everything straight. So when you come through here and go through and you're not paying attention versus when you are paying attention, that's going to keep you straight. So I'm just doing a quick video tonight to remind you to make sure that you're working on knowing where that left hand is coming down and coming in so your balls are straight. And then I'm going to add something tonight very briefly. What happens when you're in between clubs? Oh, I normally should play an 8-iron, but I'd have to really hit it hard, but I could hit a soft 7-iron. Here's the 7-iron. So if you want to get your flight up a little bit, I suggest you make the exact same stance that you were making for a full 7-iron, wherever that happens to be. So when you come in and you hit that 7-iron, now if you need to back it off a hair, you need what? A little bit more additional height. So where you have your stance, just come in and move about 1 foot, just the front one, but don't change anything else. Leave the right one where it's at. You haven't moved the ball, you just led this one back a little bit. That essentially moves your low point from being further out to a little further in. So you're just moving that one stance. So now when you come in and you hit the ball, that instead of a 7 was more like a 7.5 getting into 8, not quite 8 territory. So what did I do? I kept the same exact swing. On the flip side, if you were looking at a 9-iron and said, look, I got a 9-iron on me, but I need to flight it down a hair more, then again, get in your typical stance, but this time move the foot forward a little bit. That's going to encourage you to come up and hit the ball down lower because you've got more body room to travel. So as long as you're starting with the hip, coming through where you feel that flow, you're going to get as far up as your leg will allow. So if you move this back, you're not going to be going as far forward. If you move it forward, now all of a sudden you can come really further forward. Your toe's going to balance you. Remember, I said that back foot's going to spring up for you. So that's going to balance you. So if you want to start playing with your lofts a little bit and get higher and lower, I told you one way to do it is try to control this. But that starts bringing on a bad habit. I don't really like to encourage people to try to de-loft or loft the club by how much. I'd rather you held that until you get to the back of the ball and fire. But it's much easier to move your foot 1 foot in or 1 foot out, and that creates a spot for your low point, so that again, you got to take that 9-iron, and all of a sudden, well, Randall, I got to hit a high 9 because I got a tree in my way. Well, then just set up like you normally would, move that foot a little bit further in, make the same swing, and that 9-iron turns into a 9.5, and I'm watching it on my line. There it is, it's a 9.5. So I added some loft to it simply by moving the foot in, de-loft it, move it out, otherwise keep it where I like it. That's my thoughts for tonight.